OnePlus have for us.
I didn't know if it would be met, but that was, and they put a title in seal to it.
My name is Karan Birmani. I'm an entrepreneur and CEO of WeWork India. With WeWork, we provide some of the most beautiful workspaces that you would see all over the world. We, provide technology that allows experience and allows functionality in that workspace. And also, we bring and have built one of the best communities in the world. Community is the common factor between WeWork and OnePlus, and how important we feel community is to each of our brands. And being in India, India is a very communal country, and the diversity of the community is something that we are super proud of all over the world. I've actually been using the OnePlus for the last few months, and it is extremely efficient and powerful and super fast. Just the face unlock always surprises me because it's super fast, and my use is mainly for work, so it does and understand the value of a world-class product, and I'm willing to actually pay and experience that world-class product, whether it's a phone or whether it's a workspace. So never settle is a work slogans. Never settle for something that isn't of the standard that you want. And we're here to
that is our role. That means that we educate. Sometimes we entertain those that are empowered to account of leading an incredible news organization on for 114 years, covering what this part of the world has. Certainly the city has gone from being British ruled to now being part of with the interests of the people, with the conflicts and wars that we are reporting on, and with the culture that is developing.
We're trying to look for the most intuitive.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Could I request you to kindly settle down? We're going to start in a few minutes from now. So request the people at the back to kindly settle down so we can start shortly. Thank you so much.
Exploration of China from a young millennial's point of view to a Western audience, because so little of the everyday person's life is portrayed in the media in the West.
Another quick thing, we know that some of you haven't had a chance to get your goodies yet, so don't worry, you can get them even after the show. We just request you to keep that stub on your ticket. Don't tear it. You can claim your goodies right after the event. Thank you so much.
Complexity of mobile platforms, and so when our team builds on OnePlus, we do believe that we are building for a world of different but also shared experiences.
The phone's technical capabilities are really important in allowing for a smooth consumption experience, that the app works nimbly. All of that is necessary in coming together to form the final picture in the user experience.
Yes, also a much better storytelling platform. Be able to embed video and graphics that give life to written word. That's technology has foundationally changed the way that people find news and people consume news. Now,
And a lot of that shapes the way that the reader absorbs the story. And just as a
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Call it an addiction, a fixation, or just fascination. It's the rush you get when the needle races from left to right, when the flag goes up and down, and when your feet no longer touch the ground. Our quest for speed has pushed us to great heights, to go further, overcome the impossible, and explore what's beyond, just to make our hearts beat a little bit faster. Speed is more than something we want, wish, or desire. It's something we need. We need.
Good afternoon, Mumbai. How are you? My God, look at the energy in this room. Let's hear you once again. How are you? Welcome to the launch of the phone of the year, the highly anticipated. We'll do it together, all right? We'll do it at 1, 2, 3. The highly anticipated. 1, 2, 3. The OnePlus 6, indeed. I was very fortunate to watch the launch of the OnePlus 5 live. How many of you saw it as well? How many of you? Hands up. Put both your hands up in the air. Put both your hands up in the air. Now just pump them up like this. Yeah. We see you. We see your excitement. We feel your happiness. And I'm extremely thrilled that I have the opportunity to be part of history unfolding this year. But more on that in just a bit. Right now, I just want to thank you all for coming out here in large numbers. Thank you so much for your excitement. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm, your energy. Give yourselves a big round of applause because this is for you. This is all for you, yes. So what do you say? Should we get going? We'll get going if you say. Should we get going? Should we get going? So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage the Global Head of Marketing, Mr. Kyle Chung.
Thanks, appreciate it. All right, hello Mumbai, how you guys doing? One more time, how you guys doing? All right, so first I want to thank you guys for being with us here today, and I also want to thank everybody who's watching online across India. Now, when we launch a new product, we get excited. But today's maybe a little bit more exciting because we're launching more than one product today. Okay? So you're going to get to hear some new stuff that we're pretty excited about. But when it comes down to the fundamental things that are core to OnePlus, those things don't change. And I think for us, what it all comes back to, when it comes to product, when it comes to service, it's user experience. And that's what we think about, and that's what we consider when we do anything. So in what you hear today, it should all come back to that. So we're looking forward to sharing a lot of our philosophy and also some new products, and it comes back to this. So before we get into product though, I want to take a step and go back and look at the year that we had with you guys together. We just mentioned it. Almost a year ago, we were literally right here launching the OnePlus 5 with you guys. It was a let me see the hands again. Who was here last year? All right, so let me ask you guys a question. After I presented last year, everybody told me I had a really bad haircut. How'd I do this year? Any better? All right, so I got a lot of hassle about that. So that was a big day for us. 1,500 of you joined us here in Mumbai, and 2 million people watched across India. And it was a big moment for us because it really showed, I think, the passion that the community here has for the OnePlus brand. Later in the year, in New York, we launched the OnePlus 5T, and we talked about our approach on software and why we believe at this point our approach on software is now, we believe, the best. And it comes back to that theme of user experience. Now, on this new chapter for us at OnePlus, we kicked things off last night in London. Over 1,500 OnePlus community members came from different parts of the United Kingdom, actually all over Europe, and even some members came from India to get things started. But, in my opinion, this is the main event right here. Because over 2,000 of you guys are here to make history, because this is the biggest OnePlus event we've had in our history. So give yourself a round of applause for being here. All right, so the last year's been a big year for us, okay? So, and time flies, right? And I think, when I think back to the start of 2017, we were still, I think, like an underdog, okay? So we're an underdog, and since then, we've emerged as a market leader, okay? So in India, in the premium segment, we've emerged as one of the market leaders. And I think it's, again, it comes back to the approach we take, and I think our products are preferred because of the things you'll hear from us today. Now, in addition to India, globally, we're seeing other proof points as well. And I'll give you a couple examples. One example from Finland. We partnered with the biggest carrier there, Elisa, and for the last 17 months, we've been the best-selling phone. Another example. USA, where I'm from. So, when OnePlus first launched, the OnePlus One, successful and very popular in the United States. And I think over the last couple of years, I'm based in San Francisco, okay? And if you go to any of the big technology companies there and you go see where the engineers and developers are, you'll see a lot of OnePlus One phones. OnePlus 2, OnePlus 3, OnePlus 3T. But what's changing is more and more people are hearing about OnePlus. And as Americans start to, I think, get a little bit smart about buying devices, we've emerged as a leader in the unlock category. And so I think we're seeing proof points across the globe in the markets we're in where people are responding really well to OnePlus. So I think it's a good sign for us, and it all comes back to, we believe, the approach we take on product. Now, this year, over the course of this year, we've received numerous awards. Some in India, some globally. And not just awards, some of them are noting us as being the best in terms of best overall approach. And this is pretty respectable company we're in. So I think we're proud of that, and again, it comes back to, we believe, that approach that we take from a user experience standpoint. So we're up here, and I'm saying a lot of good things we've done, and I think for us, last year was a great proof point because the 5 and the 5T exceeded our expectations. They were the best rated devices on Amazon IN. So a lot of good things, but for us, it's not about being a leader for the sake of being a leader. It comes back to the approach, and I think that's what's important to us. And so again, it's about this. And I think for us, user experience, it's something that's probably, you hear a lot of companies talk about their users, their customers, community, and all these things, right? And here's why I think OnePlus is legitimately different. And I think it's because we constantly are engaged with you guys, our user base, on a very, I think, substantive level, and we take that feedback and we put it into everything we do. And there's a lot of different ways we do that. When OnePlus started, it was about the community forums, and that's still the place where we get the most feedback, talking to you guys in terms of what's important from a product standpoint, new features we're considering, getting feedback. We also get feedback on social media, across all channels. That feedback tends to come quickly, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but we hear that as well. Also, some of you guys may participate in our closed and open beta programs. So those are where we test new software features before we put them into market to see if they pass the test for us. Because for us, we're not going to add a feature if we don't think it brings a useful consumer benefit. So, over the course of the last year, we've introduced one new program, which we call Open Ears. And with Open Ears, what we do is we meet with our users face-to-face, where they live, talk to them about new products, get their feedback, and co-create together. So, let's take a quick look at our new Open Ears program.
So today we're at the very first Open Ears Forum. Here in London. It's an event where we have invited around 20 of our past customers to hear directly from them
about this, so that's one thing we're excited about. Another thing we're excited about is a program we started last year that we're looking forward to taking to the next level in 2018. And that's a lot of our community programs have done this for us. And I think we've been really satisfied with the engagement we've gotten from you guys. And I think no matter what, the one thing we can say is the passion the OnePlus users have here in India and globally is unprecedented. So we're excited about bringing a lot of new programs, but there's one in particular we're particularly excited about. And so that program Student Ambassador Program. So what this is we'll be partnering with some of the most well-respected institutions in India to help develop future leaders of technology in India. So stay tuned. We're excited to announce this program. It's brand new. More details coming on this. Next, something we started last year that some of you guys have probably had a chance to see is our Experience Store. So we launched this early January 2017 in Bengaluru, and it's become our home in India. Some of you guys have had a chance to visit. It's a place to see and experience products. And I think we've heard from you guys that some of you would like to see us expand this, and so we're excited to announce today that we'll be expanding our Experience Store footprint in India to 5 new stores across the country this year. And at our Experience Stores, what you can expect. State-of-the-art landscape, a place where you can test and experience new products, a place where you can engage the brand, and a place where you can also meet and engage with other members of the OnePlus community. In addition, we're also excited to announce we'll be expanding to 10 new exclusive service centers across India. And at our service centers, you get the same experience that you get at our Experience Store in terms of service. The staff there is trained to quickly resolve any issue you have with your device. So I think over the course of the last year, the piece of feedback we've gotten from you guys is you want to see us expand the footprint we have offline and the presence there. So we're really excited about the expansion we're making in 2018. So let's jump back to product for a second. So for us, every company has a little bit of a different philosophy when it comes to product. And for us, we have one that we refer to as fast and smooth. And I think when you think of OnePlus devices, I think fast is something that pops into your head pretty quickly. In testing, I think that's not new. But I think for us, what fast means is something different than just top specs. But that being said, I know everybody's interested in specs, so let me do this. Because we think it's more important than that, but I know specs are important, so let me quickly show the specs, and then let's get on to what we think is more important from a product philosophy standpoint. So, to be very honest, this is probably one of those powerful spec sheets you'll see in 2018. But like I said, for us, it's more than specs. And it's back to this philosophy of fast and smooth. And so I think for us, what fast and smooth means is an experience. And it comes back to kind of the user experience that we were talking about before. So why would we prioritize this over anything else? I think there's a couple reasons we do that. One is, within Android phones, there's a complaint, right? That over time, they get slow, they get laggy, they get choppy. And actually, to be honest, it's probably not just Android phones. It's probably all mobile phones. But I think at OnePlus, we're proud to be the exception to this rule. Because the one thing we hear from our users is, even if they've had a device for multiple years, they're still happy with the performance, they're still happy with the fact that it's fast. And I think that's what's important to us. But that being said, why would we continue to focus on this and spend time on this if our phones are already thought of as fast? And I think for us, it's about the smooth piece to this. And this comes back, I think, to the user experience. And this is really the core of OnePlus's product philosophy. And what it means is, we want your experience to be seamless. Let's say you're doing 30 apps at once, simultaneously trying to move between them, or you're playing an intensive game. We want your experience to be no lag, everything to happen instantaneously. And that's what's really important to us. So, I think we're really excited today because what we're about to show you is the best example yet for us of the philosophy in fast and smooth. So, without further ado, I'm proud to show you guys OnePlus 6. Good. And I think it's also important to note that the response so far from what we... So I think we're excited, important thing, and I think we'll really expect you guys are going to be impressed. It's our fastest flagship yet, and also to announce 3 variant colors today that all have a UV where each individual one has a different approach. In addition, probably the second thing to note on the OnePlus 6 is display. This is our largest display yet, 6.28 inches. And here's something for us when we talk about user experience. Sometimes we have to balance things. And for us, we heard from you guys in terms of wanting a more immersive screen experience. At the same time, a piece of feedback we've gotten from you is you really like the size and feel and hand of the OnePlus devices. So on the 5T, we heard from you guys, we didn't really want to increase the size of the device. So we've been able to deliver our most immersive screen experience without making the phone any bigger. So we think that comes back to the theme of user experience. So also, it's worth noting on the OnePlus 6, it's water resistant for daily risk, things you might encounter in daily use in terms of splash or weather. And I think everybody already knows, still has the headphone jack. So again, user experience, right? So we're really excited about this device, and we're excited to go through it. So I want to bring to the stage my friend, OnePlus product manager, who's based here in India, Simon, to take you through more detail on the OnePlus 6.
Kasakai Mumbai. Yeah, I see you guys doing great. So it's super cool for us to be here again. For us, it's 3rd time here in Mumbai. I think every single time is only better and better. And today I will walk you through details on OnePlus 6. We'll start off with design, then we'll move to performance, camera, and finally Oxygen OS. So, starting with design. For us, design is about keeping balance. This is balance between bringing you guys something new and innovative that will bring you benefits to your daily life. And craftsmanship. This is the most advanced housing ever on OnePlus phone. This is also the most expensive housing, and I would like to show you this video that explains why.
We started by examining the properties of glass. What makes glass unique, pristine, desirable? We dialed in the precise combination of steps needed to create individual sheets of glass, our signature horizon line. A singular achievement in fit, form, and polish. Crafted without compromise.
I agree, it's very beautiful. So just like Kyle mentioned a second ago, we are bringing you guys not one, but 3 color variants. Silk white, midnight black, and mirror black. And let's start off with the last one mentioned. I think this is very unique, and it's not resembling any other flagship we have ever had. But first, before we move on, let's ask ourselves a question. Why have we used glass for OnePlus 6? So glass has a couple of pros. First one, it enhances your rate. Video transmission. Glass is much better. I think it's the most elegant OnePlus 6. So what's the most special about this is that beneath the glass there is this 0.1 millimeter thin film, and even though this film is so thin, it's still made out of 7 layers, and one of those layers is covered with crushed pearls. Shimmering effect achieved by the matte finish, like on OnePlus 6 Midnight Black Edition, and the rose gold edges is making it very beautiful and elegant. For those of you though who need an extra protection for your new OnePlus 6, we have a new member of our case family, 3D nylon case. This is a case that we, like no other we have ever had. It's with use of military grade advanced fabrics. It's very durable, it's dust proof, it's waterproof, and it's super comfortable to hold. In hand, so we are very excited to bring this to you guys.